U Sports announced in mid-October that it would be canceling the 2021 Winter Championships due to the ongoing pandemic. This directly impacts two Brock sports teams that were hoping to return to nationals this winter. The last time Sam Keltos competed for Brock University, she left the court with a silver medal at nationals and a spot on the tournament all-star team. She said despite expecting the season to be canceled, hearing the announcement was tough.
It was kind of inevitable that we weren't going to have a season. So in the back of my head, I knew like it wasn't going to happen this year. But when the news actually kind of hit, it was still shocking. Like I cried, all of us were like, we had a Zoom call that night and everyone was like so emotional. So it's just like, I still can't believe it because I've been playing basketball for so many years and having a season to like compete in. And then this is going to be my first year with nothing. It's still kind of hard to believe, but what can you do?
So what's been the message from Coach Rayo and the athletic department to kind of your team and the other student athletes?
Basically just keep your heads up because it's a really difficult time being at home all the time. Like if you're not in a student house like myself, just reaching out to someone if you guys need help or anything like that. They're always really open about it, being there to talk to them and stuff. And just supporting each other through everything.
Wow.
Nice ankle pick from Hannah Taylor.
During her time at Brock, Hannah Taylor played a key role in continuing the university's wrestling dynasty. She reached the medal podium in 4 consecutive years, including capturing gold the past 3 seasons.
Obviously, it's very upsetting as I am a senior. I'm in my final year at Brock University, and I would have loved to compete for 5 years for the school and for my team. However, I'm confident in the rookies' abilities to continue on with the winning streak. I know they've been training hard, keeping fit throughout the past 7 months through quarantine, and are just doing everything they can to make sure they're ready for the coming years. Although I would have liked to be there, I understand with health restrictions and stuff that maybe it was the best thing possible.
What are your goals after Brock? Have they changed at all? Are they still the same? And like, what are they?
Still the same. Even when I came to Brock University, I know I was going to be in the area for a very long time. In Prince Edward Island, there's not the greatest wrestling at the highest level. So my plan is to stay here as long as I can ride out my wrestling career. I love the area. I love my teammates and my coaches. And I know that they can get me to the next level. So I'm going to definitely be here for another 4 years training to get to the Olympics. I fell short of that goal for the 2020 or now 2021 Olympics, getting second at the Olympic trials past December. So I'm tied in for another 4 years in the sport of wrestling. And then who knows, maybe I'll make it to the MMA world.
Along with dealing with the loss of competition, both have had to also transition to being off campus and learning online.
I am not gonna lie, it's been difficult. I really like the atmosphere at Brock where I get to know my professors. I get to ask them questions in lecture. I get to ask them questions face-to-face in seminars, and not having that's been a little difficult. I also have to admit I'm not the greatest with technology. I don't really like technology that much. I'm more of a pen and paper kind of girl. So taking my notes online has been a little bit weird, and trying to follow online lectures have been a big learning curve, but I think I'm adapting well. I mean, I'm a hard worker, so I'm just going to continue to work at it. I'm just hoping my grades don't suffer.
What have you missed the most through this time?
Being at school, honestly, which is kind of not what I want to say, but I miss walking the halls and just seeing people, not necessarily knowing who they are, but just being in the school environment, being able to go and study at a library, meeting up with friends for a coffee in between classes and stuff like that.
Looking ahead to next year, both Sam and Hannah are eligible to compete at Brock. Sam is leaning towards doing just that, while Hannah is undecided. Reporting for The Source, I'm Greg Lavelle.